The G-Wade Podcast with Deacon Dirty.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy G-Wade holding it down. G-Wade Podcast, kicking it alongside with my man Deacon Dirty. And listen, y'all, got a legend. Y'all already see him. I don't do these long, drawn-out things because he ain't hitting. He right in front of you, man. The living legend in this hip-hop game, the what is it? CHH game, whatever y'all want to call it.
They got a lot of abbreviations for it nowadays. Man.
I don't even know what to call it these days, bro. MC Precise, drop the MC Precise, a.k.a. Bob Young. What's up? What's up, famo?
I'm good, man. Good to see you, man. What's going on, everybody out there? What's up?
Yes, sir, man. Everything is good, man. It's good to see you, man. Good to talk to you. We spoke about a couple of weeks ago and caught up and all that good stuff, man. I said, listen, man, we got to sit down. It's been long overdue. You know what I mean?
Hold on one second, because like people pick the funniest time to call.
They don't want to call now, right?
Interview. I tell them all, and they want to call right in the middle of my Zoom.
That's funny.
Because I just decline. I'm gonna be declining calls. Like,
oh no, do your thing, bro. You know what I mean? Make it do what it do. It's all love. You know what I mean?
Sorry about that, man. Where we at?
No, that's all good. Well, you know, like I said, man, we got a somewhat storied history. We shared some real good personal times together at a certain period in our faith and a certain period in our walk, our music career. You know, like I said, when I first met you guys, you and Corey Red, man, it was like, I say this with all due, it was like love at first sight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It was like real special for me as well because like okay, before I met Corey, and I knew there was, you know, anybody doing what we was doing and everything. I was just like, I felt like the lone dude on Staten Island that like was from the hood, but now found Christ, and I knew other people in the church, but it felt like they couldn't relate to like my background or what I come out of. So, you know, I just kind of felt like an alien, even though we had the common bond in Christ.
Yeah. And
then when I met Red, and then a few other dudes around New York, I said, okay, well, God is up to something out here in New York City. But I remember early on when we met you, I forgot where it was.
Well, let me ask you, how did you meet Corey Red? I never knew that story.
You know, well, you know, like I first I had got saved. I don't know for people that don't know, like I had like a music deal on the table. And when I had got saved, I was just like, you know what, I don't know if this is really the route I'm supposed to run right now. So I just prayed, like, if this ain't it, let it just let everything come tumbling down, and it did.
Okay.
So I was like, I took that. I kind of took that as like I wasn't supposed to just rhyme at all. You know what I mean? So I just kind of left it together all together. Was trying to get to know, you know, the God that that just had saved my life. But along the way, I kept feeling like the urge to, you know, to start, you know, messing with the music and everything. And so I thought it was like, you know, temptation coming, try to pull me back into a prior lifestyle or whatever. So I was fighting it until it became undeniable. The pull was so strong. So I just prayed. I said, well, Lord, I feel like this is you trying to push me to do this. Mm-hmm. But at that point, up until that point, remember, this is, we talking about prior internet, prior Facebook.
Right.
So I had never seen anyone doing nothing like this before. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, where people could rap for God? I remember the only other experience I had with somebody trying to rap for God, I think when I was younger.
Okay.
Mom's was trying to like reach my soul and everything. So she came to the church with like a tape. And she told me, oh, you know, I played this. She was like, oh, Rob, this is for you. Somebody in here. And it was on a tape, a cassette.
A cassette joint.
So, like, somebody rapping for God on there and everything. I was like, word? So, man, this was when I was real younger.
You remember who it was?
Man, I wanted to, even if I did, I wouldn't say I wanted the person to feel bad, whoever they was.
I got you.
Living, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, but I know I played it off in front of her because I didn't want her to see that again. I was excited. Like, I was like, you know, I'm from the golden era. Yeah. But I'm like, where's somebody spitting like Cool G or Kane or Slick Rick? God, I was like, I played it off in front of her. Like, yeah, I'll listen to it later. But inside, I was dying to pop this joint in to see, you know, what it was about.
Yeah.
So when she went out the house, that's the first thing I did. I cracked it open. I popped in. I hit play, expecting looking for the production, looking for the lyrics and everything. And the dude was just like simply saying like I kid you not, and I'm not saying this if he's still around. I'm not saying there's no disrespect,
yes, sir.
But it's probably he looked like he was an older brother, so it's probably for his time. But the brother it came on, the beat was like doom 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 doom, right? And the dude jumped on. He was like a rapper for Jesus to the beat, You know what I mean?
Wow, yeah.
So I didn't even let it go like a minute. I just hit stop.
10 seconds and you was out. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not that I didn't, I just felt like, okay, what I know, what I like about hip hop, I just thought it wasn't possible.
Yeah.
It wasn't possible. So when I felt the urge to do it, my fear was like, yo, I can't be sounding like that tape that I heard before.
Is this what we doing out here?
You know what I'm saying? So when I really went to my prayer closet, I was like, Lord, if you really pushing me to do this, like, you guys just confirmed to me this is you, number one. And
right.
I can say anything. I just don't want to be whack. Like, you don't make me look whack out here,
Right.
So that and then but like and through different things, I come to see that he really wanted me to do it. So like I think like my friends that I used to hang out street with, they thought I was crazy at first, but I would just jump. Back in the day, it was back in the days it was different. It wasn't like post your song on it. It was like, there's a cipher over there. Go and jump in
that joint, right? Yeah.
So, I see the cipher. I jump like, yo. I start rhyming for God, and then dudes want to either listen or argue or fuss or fight or whatever. This was those days.
Right.
So that was my like initiation into the whole thing, and then while we was going around the city at the same time we was going around the city, I didn't know Red was making his rounds.
Okay.
I'm from Staten Island, Red from the Bronx.
From the Bronx, right? Yeah.
Opposite sides of the city. So I was hearing about him, and he was hearing about me, but I was like, we was both of the same mindset, he was like, somebody out in Staten Island rapping for God, yeah, that's cool. And I was like, there's a dude up in the Bronx, that's cool, like, but I got to focus on this. And so we didn't really seek out to meet each other, nothing like that. It was only through a pastor that was out in Brooklyn, and he was, he had a real heartbeat for the Lord. He was like, a big shout out to Pastor Omar too, for those who know, from Coney Island, Brooklyn. They was really Pastor O, he was really about trying to get out the four walls and really, he would set up stuff right in the rec room in the projects out there in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Right in the park, everybody rolling up and get blunted. He like, you know what? We gonna take that money. He gonna rent a stage. He gonna put it out there like in the way it's supposed to be done with. And those days, I go someplace, people trying to get me to get on the karaoke machine and go forward, you know what I mean?
Hold the mic up to a speaker.
But he really was one of the first persons that I could say that caught the vision and was like, we need to put them out there just like, them other dudes.
Right.
Yeah, he was doing something on his park, and it was real in that park. And he had invited me and my brother. I don't know. I used to rap with a dude named Steve. They called him Soldier. We had a group called the Swordsmen.
Okay.
It was me and him first. That was like before me and Red had started rocking.
Okay.
So he invited us out there and a few other brothers, and he invited Red out there too. So that was the first time me and Red actually met, like on the battlefield. Like
right.
And it was just something about him. It was like, and he felt the same way later on. He would tell me something about it. We was building in the van on the way to the place, and I was like, Red is you have to give the eyeball Red at first. Like,
exactly.
Like, what's up with you, brother?
You got to see how, because he's too authentic, bro.
Yeah. So I'm like, he got that look. Red guy, he think. He think I don't got that look no more. No, you still do.
You still got that look, bro. Like don't come this way, fam.
So but when we was talking, the vibe was like like the vibe was. It was the same. He was like just getting, for lack of a better term, putting off the same energy and the same aura. So we just started getting to know each other on the friendship side. After that, we didn't say, hey, let's make a group, let's do this. We would just. I would support him and stuff. He would support me and stuff. I would go visit the Bronx, go see him. He comes to Allen, or we meet up in Manhattan or whatever. And it wasn't till one time that we was really, because we was really in prayer and in the Word. And it was just like while we was praying, it just got confirmed. I was saying in front, the ghost just confirmed on the spot, like, oh, okay, I'm not making. That's why we like that's why we never really came up with a name for the group. That's why you had Corey Red and Precise. We never came up with a name for the group because it was always two ministries that God said for this period in time, I got to work for y'all to do together. Gotcha. So that's why we never really came up with the name of a group. It was just Corey Red and Precise. We always knew we would do things together. We would do things solo and vice versa at some time.
That's
so that was the meeting though.
Okay, all right, because I never knew how you guys met. I didn't know the backstory. I didn't know you was working.
And not too long after that, we met you.
When did y'all jump on? Because when I met y'all, Mark of the East, bruh. the compilation.
I thought we met y'all, but we didn't meet before the Mark of the East.
Nope. Y'all came down. Y'all came.
I knew it was so long. A long time ago.
Because that's how we gelled, man. It was like when y'all came down to it was Maryland. It was this Club for Jesus. Y'all came down in the van deep in that joint, and they was like, yeah, these cats from New York, whatever. And I'm all excited because I'm like, yo, some cats from New York. You know what I mean? I'm all into hip hop. Huh?
I don't know if I ever told you because like I ain't know if I ever told you, but when I first saw you, you was on the mic, and everybody else was going. I was tapping around, I was like, nah, something about this dude right here, man.
Right.
I tell everybody else to go. I was like, nah, something about this guy right here, right?
Right.
And I don't know if I never told you this, but there's a dude I knew out here on the island. I mean, y'all could pass for our twins, yo.
Wow.
His name is my man Trudine. Yeah, I mean, he a real one. You know what I mean?
Right.
But y'all look exactly alike. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, Papa was a Rolling Stone, bro. He might be my brother, bro.
I was like, yo, this dude look like my man True, yo. But then when I heard I heard your heartbeat. And I heard the first of all, okay, this dude got skills. I feel his heartbeat, and I could just see that we seen similar, waters.
Right.
And it just warmed. It kind of warmed my heart. I was like, wow, it ain't about New York. It ain't about the East Coast. The West Coast is as God is just up to something.
Right.
And he reaching. I could see that he reached in the Staten Island for me. He reached in the Bronx for Red. He reached in VA for you. I'm like God is just reaching in different places. Something bigger than any one of us.
Yeah.
I thought there was something bigger than any one of us happened. Not everybody. People saw that. Everybody thought it was. Because we was, especially in that time, everybody was just trying to localize it to what they was doing here, localize it. But I kind of caught early on that, oh wow, this is something kind of bigger.
Like it's bigger
than all of us. That maybe not all of us is getting fully right now. The magnitude of what's happening,
And y'all came down, man. There's about 3 or 4 or 5 different groups, and then y'all come together as one. But then it would break off, and everybody would do their individual thing. But like you said, you was talking to them. I was standing there. I was like, man, this Corey Red and Precise, man, they bubbling. You got these guys, but for some reason they. I'm not saying it in an arrogant kind of way, but you guys kind of stood out from it. And I was like, I don't know what's up with these dudes, but these are some cool people, bro.
That's what we was feeling with you. You don't know, we was talking about you. We was like, yo, that dude G Wade. I think we traded numbers or something like that.
We did, yeah, absolutely.
I was like, yo, like this.
You know what, dude? I think this Thursday I'm gonna do some throwback Thursday. I'm gonna put some pics from back at that club, bro. I still got them joints.
Back when I was skinny.
That's funny. But yeah, there was the Mark of the East joint. I was blown away because I never in my life heard Christian hip hop that raw. Like you said, from the first tape you heard, it was like that walking down the street to the beat. You know what I'm saying? Versus, I was like, these cats is spitting. Not only are they spitting, they spitting for the Lord, yeah, but they keeping it authentic than a mug because I felt the vibe of the street. And I knew Christ was in it. You know what I mean? I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, because a lot of people say, I've heard different arguments on different sides of the spectrum about it. A lot of people say, well, hey, if you for Jesus, it doesn't matter. They say it doesn't matter if you got balls or not. It's for Jesus. But no, it does matter. You do.
Absolutely.
Like, it's hard for you to do something, you're going to give you the skill to do it.
Absolutely.
It does matter,
Absolutely. When you sent me the link to the Bandcamp joint, man, I listened to the, I started listening to the Memory Lane joint immediately. I was like, bars.
We just put that together with I
Rock Jesus. Yeah.
I be driving to work. And it's funny after all these years, I'm hearing this stuff like, wow, this stuff is refreshing me now. They hear this stuff, you know.
It stands the test of time, and this is it's my workout joint, bro. I've listened to it while I'm working out, bro. It's motivation.
No, this might encourage me. Like this, like even when I like days when I like you know the enemy try to whack your face, try to hit you with the body blows, and I be you know my head starts swinging low a little bit. I just crank that up in the car, be like, nah, man, like
nah.
What are you talking about? Me, God is in control, man.
Nah,
like,
man.
Make it.
Absolutely, because matter of fact, that day that I text you, I was at the gym. I heard that bar. I was like, God got a prophet out in Staten Island rapping. I was like, hold up, let me text this joint real quick, bro.
That's what's up, man.
And but going back to the Market East, and the joint, of course, that stood out for you, man, for me was that milk it, bro. If milk does the body good, man. Then milk you getting filled with. Easy now, milk it. I was like, dude, who are these dudes, bro?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember that one because like I was always the type that like I know I could rhyme and everything, you know, glory to God, I know I could rhyme and everything, but I always kind of want to like whatever's not being said that I've heard, I kind of want to say that, and whatever's not being done, I'm like, because I just don't like I always want to jump in with like, you know, or either do something or say something that's not really being said or not really being done. And like, so with the milk was, when I heard the beat for the milk, I was like, wow, like, I was like, Lord, there's a lot of people going to hear this and they're going to say we got bars, but I really want them to understand like what we talking about here, you know, and that's where, you know, like, the milk came back. I was like, hold up, let's just break some of this stuff down for the people that listen. I mean, maybe now this one might be the ampest song on the project, but at least if I could reach someone, they could, like, after they hearing all this, and they could say, oh, nah, you know, he breaking down some of these concepts, what he trying to say, you know. So that was the inspiration for that right there.
Milk it, it's my turn, and the joint 6 million ways. What was that joint? Is it 6 million ways to die? What was that joint on there? I can't remember. It was kind of dark though. The song was kind of dark that the dude did. It was
way to die, one way to burn.
That's the joint.
Eternally, your soul choose Christ when you learn. Forever dying, forever frying, forever crying. 6 million ways to die, one to Mount Zion. I don't know. I can't believe I remember that.
That was it. That was the joint. Yeah. Yeah. So they just stood out, bro.
Oh man, that's like 1997 or something like that.
Yeah. But again, because of, you know, my background, I'm not trying to suggest that I was all thug life, you know what I mean? But I know I know the surroundings and the things that I've done, you know what I mean? So when I came out, got saved and all that kind of stuff, and then I was like, wait a minute, God, because I was attempting to rap on the mainstream side or whatever, secular side. And I was like, hold on, God, I don't know if I can do this thing for you because that's going to sound corny. And it's sounding corny to me right now. You know what I'm saying? And then when I heard y'all, I was like, okay, now I feel like I can really be me. I can say the things I want to say. Because I was trying to water it. I was trying to not water it down, not the gospel, but the street side. I wanted to say some of that stuff. Yeah. But so y'all made it clear.
It was too much. I don't think the church really, the institutional church, I don't really think they saw us coming.
Yeah, no, not at all, bro.
They was in the street, they holding guns in the
head.
Like they were like, oh no, these brothers is off the hook.
And if not for Jesus, I'd do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they wasn't. I don't think they was really ready for that.
Nah, not at all, bro.
And you know, I guess so I guess that's where the attempt to lasso it, I think, came in, an attempt to kind of control it and contour its direction, and that's a whole another direction of conversation. But you know,
well, you know, you guys were like the total the contrast, I guess you could say, to the cross movement, because the cross movement,
like never respect to those guys and everything, like, you know, because you know they I remember I met them when they was like, I don't know if you remember, but it used to be like 30 of them before they even came down to the core members.
I didn't know it was that many.
Yeah, I was in Long Island one time. This is I think this is even before I met Red.
Okay.
When I was doing my thing, you know, around, but it's before me and Red had got together like that. I was at somebody. There was you know that group was it Christ the Fire? So they was doing a concert in Long Island.
Okay.
So somebody was bringing me out there, and I think the movement was open up for them. But I think they was called something different though, something like God's Army or something like that.
Oh, before they became Cross Movement.
Yeah, I think there was the core movement. But I mean, so I seen like 30 dudes on the stage with fatigues on and everything.
Wow.
Like I was like, yo, they had the army fatigue, they had the charge. Like, oh, these brothers mean business. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I like and like I said, I appreciate everything they've done. You can't take nothing away from them. We've had like I'm always the type that like look for the greater good.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had like different, like I guess for some people like me like who preferred them, me and Ray were a little too raw on certain subject matters, But then for and not no disrespect to them or nothing like that, but it just a lot of like when I would try to play they stuff. But like my man, because my focus is always like dudes out here, outside. I'm like I was always my focus was out here. But there were certain things that were being said. Like there was that like I said, they wasn't really milk. Cause these brothers deep. These brothers deep. Deep in scripture. You know
they chop it up. Yeah.
So when I would play that, like it's not me saying, but like my man was like, I just don't really understand what's being said. The only ones I really understand is you and your man from the Bronx.
Yeah.
I understand what y'all talking about.
Right.
Jesus stopped you from murking dudes.
Yeah.
Jesus stopped you from selling crack. You spun your life around. You was out here hoeing, and now you trying to settle down. You know what I mean? So I can understand what you're saying there, but so. And I like I've never really dug the divide that people try to make it. It was just I just felt like if God had somebody for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And like and me and Red was meant for what we was meant for,
Facts. Yeah, that definitely, man, because for me, I'm pretty sure there's many others, but I was able to enjoy both. Because I was growing in Christ.
Like the ambassador. Like there's nobody for me personally. There's nobody who paints a more descriptive picture of the crucifixion of Christ.
He can paint the picture lovely, bro. He did a great job.
What you see when you close your eyes is one of my favorite joints to
Facts.
And that's like no one paints a more like or another one from him like it was love. When we made him die and cling from a tree, like man, that was just like that was masterful, man. Like he is who he is in Christ, but that was just on an artistic side. Yeah, hands down, that was crazy, man.
He was killing it, yeah. And so through after Mark of the East, you guys now did you all set out at that point where y'all before Mark of the East, Corey Red and Precise, or did it kind of
somewhere during the making of the Mark of the East?
Gotcha.
Because during the making of Mark of the East is when me and Red came up. Red was at my house, it was me, Red, and my daughter at my house. Yeah. We was playing the Triumph instrumental from the Triumph instrumental, and that's when we started coming up with the lyrics. The lyrics to the epilogue.
Okay.
Was actually written to the Triumph beat.
What? That's crazy.
When we did that to that, and while we was writing it, that's when we prayed, and that's when we knew that okay, me and this dude got something was going on here in Mark of the East, and this dude got something to do right here,
Right. Yeah, and like I said, man, the authenticity of you guys, man, because I've been to Red's crib in the Bronx. The stuff that he was rapping about was for real. You know what I'm saying? Like the prostitute was really out right there. You know what I'm saying?
In front of the building.
Right in front of the building. Staten Island, been to your crib. Same stuff, brother. It was the real hood. Man. You wasn't like in the suburbs fronting. You know what I mean? It was like, dude, nah, I'm talking about what I live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like then we was hoping that just translated through the music that you can see like this. I'm just talking my life experience. And how God has affected it and everything,
Yeah, no, I was morphed to a flame with you guys, man, because I was like, dang, I relate to this so much, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, and vice versa. And I think it was kind of cool how, like, from me, Red, to you, to people like Trey and other people that was coming around. Like, we were drawing similar people that saw things in similar ways. I think that was real dope,
Facts, yeah. Do you still talk to Trey? He Todd Banks now, right? Todd Banks.
I had been MIA on everybody for a minute. Man. But I had I had talked to Trey when I God kind of dusted off my halo and got me back on track. You know what I mean? But I mean, him had talked, and big shout out to Trey and Charlene. Much love for them. They still overcoming tragedies or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Facts. Yeah.
Still shooting prayers to them. So so I talked to him, before that and during that, and just not too long ago, me and him had a real dope conversation. I was going out somewhere. I was supposed to call somebody else. It was supposed to be another interview actually.
Mm-hmm.
And but that that didn't happen that day. And just you ever just scroll through your timeline on Instagram or Facebook and you keep seeing somebody's face.
Right.
He just kept popping up. Maybe I'm supposed to call his brother.
Reach out, yeah.
But I called him and we chopped it. I don't know how. We was on the phone for mad long, and we had a really dope conversation, man.
Okay, that's
so
good.
Big shout out to Trey, man, with and the whole family.
Yeah, because I think they're in North Carolina now.
Yeah, he in North Khaki now,
yeah. Straight up. What was he? He was up top New York, right? Like in New York.
He was in Rochester before.
Rochester, there you go. Yeah.
He rep Rochester to the fullest.
The fullest, bro. Yeah. But so what point would you guys did because I know before because there was a lot of like labels looking at you guys on the on the Christian side, and mainstream wanted y'all to water it down some too.
And the Christian labels too. like this was our paradox with the paradox with us was like, okay, like the paradox with me and Red was like the CHH or whatever call it, guy,
right.
Like, and I have to give it raw. You don't have to keep it a buck. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So they were like semi-embrace us, but then we was too raw for them. So it was like we was like the stepchild of gospel rap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, okay, they rap for God, but some people actually thought me and Red was rapping for God and still moving drugs at the same time.
Wow.
Well,
listen, because the lyrics was so raw, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm like, where you get that from in the music? Are you listening? So it's like when say if we be in a magazine or something like that, right? People say, yeah, Corey Red and besides they down with us, they Christian hip hop.
Yeah.
And but when God do a milestone or something like that, but then other than that, it was like, oh no, them dudes ain't doing it properly. We prefer the movement, or we prefer they're doing it properly. So they would ostracize us 1 second. Then whenever something happened, they embrace us. Oh yeah, they down with us.
Yeah.
So it was always this thing where we the church, the street felt us, but it was a little too much godly for them. The church felt us, it was a little too move street for them. So I was like, well, you know what? There's this place right here where we at, where we kind of ticking them off, the religious, and we kind of ticking the street off. So I think we on point.
We definitely on point.
We ruffling feathers on both sides. I think we on point here.
Absolutely. So at what point did you and Red? What was the first project y'all dropped? Because I remember Resistance is Futile.
Before he was the Marketing East first, then me and Red would just jump on various projects with everybody, mixtapes.
So y'all was doing like the King, what was that joint? King's College joint, and
we did stuff with them. We were just kind of like all over the place for a while,
and
then we had I remember we had one project we put together just because we was broke and starving. So we put a collaboration of things we've been on, and we literally had like a black and white label, and it called it a Can I Eat 2 production. So
that's funny.
And then we had started putting some money away and started recording, and that's when we started messing with these guys over at Life Music at the time. And
that's right, Life.
That's when the Resistance came about. You know what I'm saying? That's when we were like, okay, we in the studio for real. We put it down for real, and that's how all that came about.
Well, what do you think back then, man? Was like the because it seemed like, and maybe I'm wrong, but it just seemed like only one group. They know who they are. Cross movement. It seemed like there was only one group that was really eating. Because you said we starving, can I eat 2?
Yeah, but you know what I have to give to them though, man. they stuff was really organized.
Very organized, bro.
I'm like, and they embrace something that that a lot of us, I'll speak for me and Red, that we didn't fully get at the time. You know, like the importance of a team.
Yeah,
like they really like I remember because we you know we've been on tour with them and stuff like that. But
yeah, I
one
remember
thing
that.
that was impressive to me is like they had people for different things. Like they had like you know like while some of us was trying to micromanage, they had people to handle this. They had people that was handling trying to get support for them. They had people that they have you wanted to do donations to cross border ministries. They had this. They
had the PR team. They had the management. Yeah.
Right. And you know, so and you know, I remember one time when we was going, I looked at it, and I just took note. I said, "Yo, man, gotta pray to God put a team together." These guys got everything clicking.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like the scripture says that God bless us with all spiritual endowment and gift, but He also gives us all prudence as well and practicality. You know what I mean? So
right, exactly.
a lot of us had the spiritual aspect, but we didn't have the practicality. You know, like see, like now I play like now like with my company now. We know I got a team, I got a partner, I got operations manager to handle things. I got graphics people. Like you know, like these are important. You know, these. Or you get your songs. Some things, you know, the songs ain't registered. These guys had everything registered.
Everything registered. They was getting their royalty checks.
You know what I'm saying? They had people reaching out to radio, trying to service the radio station. So you know, so that they really had a well-oiled machine. I had to give them that. You know what I mean? Yeah. We had just backpacks on our back, jumping out anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope because you gotta be led too.
Facts.
But you know, like you have to have those things in place. So I think them having that stuff in place and having that well-oiled machine and also, you know, you just have to have a company where people can write a check out to. So not everybody's gonna write a check out to Rob Young.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Then you got tax ID. So they can file that taxes. They can put a check. So if somebody wanted to support you, they can. You know, okay, we're gonna make it out to now. You can make it out to JR Entertainment.
Exactly.
Okay. But you know, they don't feel like they're getting robbed. There's an entity that they can send this money to. You know.
Exactly. Right. Now I feel you. And you guys, it was like y'all was getting called by.
And let me not water it down all the way.
Yeah.
And it was like, of course, there was also like with like a lot of it within the church. Sometimes they felt like the safer bet to certain ministries because you didn't know what me and Red was going to do or say.
Because y'all might have lived them lyrics, bro.
Yeah. So it's a combination of the two things, you know.
Yeah. We started. It seemed like at some point we all started. Like this group core of people that kind of ran in a circle. It was Corey Red, G Wade, Kelly Kales from South Jersey.
Yeah.
I mean, remember everybody. What's the girls? Cassandra, DJ, and them.
Yeah, I'm on. She on my Facebook too. Cassandra, what's that stuff?
It was DJ something. I can't remember what her DJ name was, but it was like this core group of people that's always stuck together. We hung out a lot in South Jersey.
You know what? And I think even at that time, if you know, but God is, you know, like God knows, you know. But I think even at that time, I think we were. Like there was something trying to string us all together then, and I just I think if you know like I said if we could have saw a little more clearer, we would have probably been able to knit together in a more like I said we spiritually was always connected.
Yeah.
But in business and practicality, if we would have connected, then I think we could have made some awesome stuff happen back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we had the room full of everybody who could do something. You know what I'm saying?
And I was always a firm believer because I remember I would always pray like, well, how can we I was always looking for that person that would help with this and looking for that person to help with this and I remember I just caught a revelation one time like, yo, like we are the people we're looking for.
We are the people we're looking for. Yeah.
The people we're looking for, they're all right here.
Yeah.
They're all right here. So
that's true.
That's one of the things that you know, even with my company now is like, you know, like I'm not, nobody has to put out, I'm not looking for nobody to put out my music no more. I put it out. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah.
I'm I'm not looking for, like who's gonna do. We're gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a team together that way, because I really believe that when you can't find who you're looking for, and sometimes you have to look in the mirror and say, like, wow, hold up, I'm that public relations person, or I'm that in the market, or I'm that label, or I'm that, like look at what you're doing now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But that person.
But it goes back to what you were saying, like, on the spiritual side, everything was there, but just recognizing that, hey.
And we were young too. It was ego, a lot of ego.
A lot of that.
And I ain't getting under them, or I ain't sitting under them, or
right.
A lot of machismo, a lot of testosterone, a lot of everybody had the epiphany of what
God said, you know what I'm saying?
right. So I think life kind of busts us all upside the head a few times, and like how Trey used to say, if you don't get it, you gonna get it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
So now I'm like now it's like I really really appreciate the body, not the church, the brick and the glass, the body of many parts and all one function. And I really appreciative. Like now I really pray. I be really praying, like, oh, like help me get people together that we can make a move together. Before like, hey, me and Red gonna jump out here, and you know what I mean? And now I get it now. Like I get it now. You I don't care who's at the forefront of something. You know what I mean? I don't care who's at the forefront no more. I just want to play my part. I just want to play my part in it, and I want to be down with people who all, because it's one thing that look at I mean, when you see certain heroes in the Bible, that's dope and everything, but I think I like really now, like the whole Holy Ghost moving through different people to accomplish one goal. I think that's so ill, man. It's a beautiful thing when you see everybody working together to accomplish something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like even when I watch movies nowadays, right? When I watch movies, I'm watching the credits, bro.
Looking at the credits, yeah.
When the credits go, I'm like, oh, this company came together with this company, and this company did the cracks, and this one did the crack, and these people did the stunts.
Right.
Look how in the world, all these companies could put all these stuff aside. All these companies agree with each other on everything? No. But but for what has to be done, they all come together. You can see how many companies come together to make one movie.
Bro. Yeah.
Like different animation, stunt, graphics, this, voiceover.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm like, wow, look at it. So I think I really kind of appreciate that process more now, you know?
Yeah. You guys used to play was it Brooklyn Tab a lot? Wasn't that y'all? Christ Tab. There you go. Christ Tab. Yeah, that was like a big hip hop spot right there.
I heard. I was sad. I hear they don't be doing the aftershock no more out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but because I think that was one thing where I seen so many miraculous things happening. It used to be so popping outside of there. You know, dudes on the street would just be like, "Yo, there's a club or something. What's going on?
What's good? Yeah."
Come right in, and they were giving their hearts to Christ right there. That's actually how I met my brother-in-law right there.
Okay, that's what's up.
Somebody came out, saw it. You know what I mean? And God touched them. You know what I mean?
Wow.
My sister.
That's what's up. Look at God. You know what I'm saying?
Big shout out to Fifth Seal Productions, man.
Yeah.
Doing this thing.
What was that joint y'all did? Like I said, Resistance is Futile. That was my joint, man. Scattered Like Sheep.
Scattered Like Sheep is always gonna be one of my favorites.
That right there,
really good, that one.
You know what's a story that I remember with you, bro? It was a stocking story.
Oh wow!
You remember that joint, bro?
Yeah, get it.
Because you said you used to wear the braids. What was the braids?
I first got to have long braids or whatever.
Yeah.
When it wasn't done, you know how it was.
Yeah.
And all that. So like I don't know, I know there's people of many different denominations watching. I'm just one of those people that still believe that God kind of does speak to you, and He does.
Yeah.
You know, I believe in the Holy Ghost and the gifts and all that. You know?
Absolutely.
You know, but so anyway, with that said, I was going out to work. I used to work at night, and Now my hair was all undone. And I was looking for some black stockings, but for some reason I only had brown knee highs. I don't know if y'all know knee high, knee highs.
Yeah.
Wearing the whole stockings or whatever. So I only had a brown knee high, so I just stuffed all my hair was undone, so I stuffed it was like out the hair. I had like this big crazy fro, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was in the days of the ooh, so everybody had their hair like crazy wild or whatever. So I stuffed my hair in a stocking and I went to work. No, before I went to work, before I went out the door, again, I'm one of those that believe that God speaks. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Go and rain up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and some people take that too far sometimes and everything.
Absolutely.
But that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
I ain't, I gotta stay focused. I go off here.
Do you, bro?
so anyway, I was about to go out there, and I felt prodded by the Holy Spirit. Take another stocking. Would you take the other one? And then they said, for what? You know what I mean? Like, why didn't take this? But So I was obedient. I felt what I felt inside. I grabbed the other one, went to work, looking for something spiritual. Hey, God, the Spirit of God urged me to take this brown knee high with me. So I'm looking for something spiritual to happen all day, right?
Right.
All day work, nothing happened. That's why I used to work at a supermarket. I was just loading bread.
Stocking shelves, you know what I'm saying?
For bringing me a stocking with me. I used to work like a 3 to 11 shift.
Okay.
I got off at 11. When I got off 11, the supermarket was on the street on the island called Bay Street. So at night, a lot of clubs over there.
Gotcha.
So when I get out, it's like, clubs like it's popping over there.
Yeah.
So I'm out, everybody's on the club. So I'm trying to just, walk my way home, trying to like gird my loins and keep the blinders on and get where I'm going. So it was like 3 females in front of me walking, right? And they was, dressed for the club.
It was club, right? Yeah.
They was dressed for the task at hand.
Yeah.
So what I was beholding in front of me, walking, could have been a stumbling block for me. So I said, you know what? I don't want to keep saying this, so let me just cross over to the other side of the street. So, when I went to cross over, they all crossed over in front of me. Like, oh, good. You know what I mean? So this is still all in front of me. So now we crossing over to the park. I said, you know what? Let me just speed up. So I can just speed up,
get past them,
ahead and get what's in my vision out of my vision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I go to speed up, and I walk ahead of them. Now I get like a few steps ahead of them. You hear like the scratch, like somebody scuffed they shoe on the ground.
The concrete,
yeah, the concrete, and then so when a girl was like, "Oh man, I broke my stocking," she said, "Does anybody have a knee high?" And I tell you, I felt chills all over my body. I stopped. I was like, "Knee high."
That is weird.
I stopped. I went in my pocket. I turned around. I said, "I got a knee high." And they just looked at me. Now all 3 of them looked at me like, "What kind of weirdo is this?" With
right.
And she's like, "No, I have a brown." I said, "Yeah, I have a brown knee high to match your other one." So I immediately took this as this was a sign or whatever. So, but come to find out, we start talking. This girl was from the South. She had left home, and she had backslid from the Lord. She had turned back and left from the Lord. So. Like, we get to chopping up, and she start crying, say she going home and everything, going back, and I pray she did, but she like, she was like committed to going back home the next day. So that's what I said. Sometimes those little things you feel that don't make sense. Sometimes you just gotta go with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, God got a whole greater purpose for that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I didn't know. I was looking for something. I used to looking all day, and sometimes it ain't what you expecting.
No, not at all.
But that was something.
I remember that was one of them stories that stood out to me because I was like, yeah, that's crazy. It's one of those things that's crazy, but when you hear the full story of it, you're like, look at God, man. That is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The time we was in South Jersey, I don't know how many. It was a bunch of us. At least it felt like it was a bunch of us. We praying, we communing, we doing all that.
I remember the time you talk about.
And I just felt like I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Was that the time with Nebby? Was that the time when your man Nebby out there?
Was that
Remember DJ, what's his name? Who that or who something?
Yeah. But wait, we talking about the same situation?
I don't know. That was when your man Kelly, he had a sharp word, but I was laughing. That was so funny, man.
Okay, that was a different one.
that was I never forget that story for the rest of my life.
Oh, you're gonna have to tell me to remind me of that joint. But we was just in a vibe of, we fellowshipping together, we enjoying, the company and the whole deal. Because I can't remember we did a show there, whatever the case is. But for some reason, for some reason we would always go to whoever that lady's house was, and everybody hang out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got to praying and all that kind of stuff. And I always tell people I'm not that dude to be talking about, well, God told me. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but at that moment, I just felt like it. But it turned into one of those. I was like, I feel like God is telling us to be that servant to wash Corey Red and Precise's feet. And then I remember, and then it kind of turned the other way, and y'all ended up.
yeah, man. Because like I said, but it touched us more or less. But I said, listen, like hold up, let's do that. Let us do that for y'all, man. And I think, like I said, man, I think that was those times when God was really trying to knit something together with all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He was really blending us, man.
But like I said, who knows? And look what all of us are doing now. So who knows? Like me and Trey kicking it, me and you kicking it. Like everybody and everybody got that thing that they're doing. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
absolutely.
Who knows how that will come together in this hour? And you ready to see what a vital hour we in, man.
Facts. What was I going to ask you? There was a period because when I was talking to Red, we used to talk a little bit more frequent. Every so often, but it was a lot more frequent. And I know that for a minute, you and him, I don't know if did y'all ever have a falling out?
No, me and Red argue.
I mean, I know y'all argue, but was it ever a fallout?
Like the people thought that me and Red had a falling out.
Okay.
We never really had fun, just as life was just going left side for me.
Got you.
So life went left side for me. So like marriage was crazy, family was crazy. So, it was not that none of this is an excuse. But like I said, it is what it is. Life got to me. Life kind of cracked me, and I fell back, and I was walking in the shadows again for a minute. So I would.
You say was it more the like doing what you was rapping about, in a sense, like going back to that type of lifestyle?
Yeah, on a more darker level, though.
But what was what was the thing that
I think
that led to that?
I think it wasn't one thing in particular.
Okay.
I think it was when you just look at our relationship with our relationship with the Bible, like something happened where the church really just wanted nothing to do with us. For a minute, well, not the body of Christ, not the body,
not the body, right? Yeah,
and that's why I say, like, that's why I'm keen on making your livelihood. If what you're doing in the body gives you some livelihood, cool, that's cool. But if that's your soul, if you're solely dependent on that for your livelihood, then you're at the mercy of religion, because if you say what they don't like, then they could just close the gates on you financially.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I'd rather have something going on the side that has nothing to do with religion to make some bread off of. So now I can speak as I ought to.
Yeah.
And say what I ought to. At that time, me and Red didn't really fully get that. So we was the dudes ready to say everything that needed to be said, but there's repercussions that come behind that. You know what I mean? You gotta be. You gotta be
willing to take that part. Yeah.
So I think it was a combination of that, and me, my own personal drama with marriage, me and my wife split and everything. So it was a whole bunch of stuff coming at once, and I like I said, okay, yes, everybody looked precise and perfect. It cracked me, it broke me. So I just wanted to be alone, not mess with anyone. And at the time when they thought me and Red had a falling out, he was the only one that would come around and check me.
Right.
Yeah. So why they thinking we at odds? He's the only one that would just, Yeah, sometimes I'll be on the run from him because I don't want to expose him to my dark.
Right.
I got a jug of Henny in my lap right now. I don't want you around me right now, bro. But like I said, thank God for him because he kept, through it all. Like I said, our friendship, me and him, transcends, ministry or anything like that. He's a true friend. You know what I mean? So like that's what I said. I don't care what Red is going through or whatever he might be going through. I'm never going to, I'm not be his friend or whatever because he never did nothing like that to me. You know what I'm saying? So now we have fallen out. We don't. Contrary to me and Red don't agree on everything. There's certain things that hit me like, yo, P. And there's certain things I'm like, yo, man, I don't agree with that, Red.
Yeah.
But like unless it's something where if it's something, as long as it's something that is not at my core, like because you doing this, I can't rock with you. But
right.
Like, brothers, we gonna not agree about everything. Like I think who he just come to mind out of nowhere. Fanatic, actually, from the Cross.
Fanatic, yeah.
He said something one time. He said he used to think that to have an accord, he used to think that accord meant synchronization, and accord is really harmony. And some people get harmony confused with synchronization. It's like because synchronization not really harmony. It's just like the synchronized when they all doing the same thing.
Same thing, right?
But that's not harmony. That's you in sync.
Right.
But harmony, one person is like a baritone, a tenor, a soprano, an alto. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like sometimes we gonna have we can have those little differences on how we get down, but it can still come together to make harmony. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like so like I said, I try not to people like, well, if you ask me, like, Red might do something you don't agree with, and you might, well, P, Red did. I'm like, listen, hold up, why are you telling me this?
Yeah.
Like, why don't you address that to him? Like, no, that's not what I do, but that's what he did. Ask him why. You ask him why he did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or vice versa,
And I can attest to that because, like I said, when he and I would talk more frequent, and I guess that was during the period when y'all were kind of when you were kind of out there doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, what's up with Precise? How you doing, man? We know Precise good, but he doing what he do. You know what I mean? But he would never say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
I was like,
even tell, no, I'll tell her I was back slick.
Yeah.
But even Red would try to get he going through. I'm like, nah, man, you ain't say to me, say you slid. That'll make them pray for me more.
Facts, right?
My dude. You know what I mean? I'm like, because I always have been out in the open. Like if you see me out here, I ain't gonna. If you see me, I mean, I'm gonna still talk with you like it, but I'm gonna be honest with you where I'm at in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, that's good. How long did that period last for you?
That was a couple of years, man. That was a good amount of years.
Is that the part that played caused the issue with your marriage, or the marriage was?
I think but that preceded that. The marriage preceded all that. So but then I think marriage and ministry and different type of. I mean, we were under a lot of more attack than people realize. Like you like because we were on the precipice of breaking into TV and breaking into radio and everything. And when you are making moves that kind of shake those type of strongholds, you're gonna be under attack, bro.
Yeah,
like
facts.
And that's where team come in. You need a team you need a team that's gonna be dedicated to, especially if you're trying to venture through those doors. You need a team that's gonna be dedicated to praying and dedicated to intercessor. But because if you so we was catching blows and everything, and like I said, God is able to keep. I'm not saying God couldn't, No, I'm not saying that. If anyone's to blame, it's me. I get it. You know what I mean? But you do need those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this was everything else was before that time that led into that time. So at that time, I was just I really like I said, was not really messing with nobody like that on the gospel side of things, because that's my man. So I still was gonna mess with him, and I didn't really make any music for a while. And then I remember I heard something that didn't make sense. A lot of people won't think it makes sense. Like I was driving. I'm on my Doug again.
Right. Yeah.
And but the worst torment of ever being backslided. So I pray if you know the Lord, hold on. The worst torment you would go to, especially if you've been filled with His Spirit, is you still hear Him.
Fact.
You know? You still hear them.
Yeah.
You still you. I don't care. You could be around 20 dudes. You on the block, do whatever, and all of a sudden you just hear him. You hear him spit law. Say, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, and it was one of those times I heard like, why you don't make music no more? I'm like, oh, I don't make music no more. And you know I don't make music. Ain't nothing but dark gonna come out. And I heard document everything. Audio document. That's why some people like if you go to my SoundCloud, you'll see all the new stuff I did, but you'll see songs from that time on there too.
Okay.
And people like, I've heard people tell me, oh, Precise, some crazy stuff on your SoundCloud. Why you ain't take it off? And I refuse to. I refuse to take it out. I'm like, if you really want to look at the time signatures on all this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you look it up, you'll see from the Mark of the East stuff to Resistance stuff, you'll see to my fall, you'll see to it. And because if God forbid, when I'm not around one day, I want my kids to be able to see that.
Yeah.
I want them to see, I want them to give an honest look and they can see my highs and my lows, and what I went through. Like there's certain parts in the Bible where David did some amazing stuff in Christ, and then sometimes David did some messed up stuff that I bet you wish it wasn't documented in
yeah. True that. Yeah.
But I personally am happy as a man, am happy to see that. It don't make me look at David like, oh, or whoever put the Bible together like, well, we know the Holy, but why they left that in there? Oh, he having sex with somebody's wife.
Yeah.
He got that dude killed right there. You know what I mean? Like, but that shouldn't be in there. Oh, that's like, but if you look at that, yeah, and then you look at, so I appreciate that honest look, so I can see a man who first got called in Christ, a man who went through some dark times, and God you brought him out of that and redeemed and everything. So that's why I'll leave that audio trail for you to see. Like, I'm not hiding any of that stuff.
No, I think that's good, man.
You hear it, you're like, oh, that was the time I was going through this. This is the time I was going through this. And now if you look at, now you see the last all the latest track you see, you'll see the come out. You can see like I have a project that's even that's in the cut right now called The Dark Halo, dealing with that time. Okay. So the fourth quarter, I have an album coming out called The Fourth Quarter, but even before after the fourth quarter comes out, that I don't know when we're gonna release The Dark Halo. That if you want to know what was up with me through all that time and what was my mind like, I got an album dealing with all that right there. Okay. And that's all done. We just whenever I don't know when we're gonna release that yet though. Now and I kept it. It was for the ears that couldn't take it. It was nothing on there that like that. Oh, did you hear the profanity? No. But it's raw. It is raw though. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it shows that because I remember somebody asked the question like, wow, like why Christians only make music in happy times? You know what I mean? Like why we only make music in happy times? Why I have music that shows that was in when I spit it. That's where I was. That's where you were, right? Yeah. I got music that's in the Valley of Decision, the Dark Halo project that's coming. That shows like when I was on my way out, and the pull and the struggle, the struggle and the I got one song on there called Sin. Oh my goodness, you know what I mean? Is this because like we always talk about sin and this, but we never really give anyone a look into how sin try to work in our members. You know what I mean? Yeah. And people need to so not too many people, not to say no one, but not too many people make music from those times. So be scared of how it's going to look. Be scared of how we're going to take us, or they're going to see us as mighty men of God, or mighty women of God. Right. And I see, but like I'm so free of those bonds anymore. I don't care if when you look at my life, you say, oh, he's just a regular man like me who's trying to serve God. That's what I want you to see. Absolutely. That's what I want you to see. We give sometimes we give people this unattainable image. So when they go through stuff, they're like, oh, I guess I ain't like them. But if you listen to me, if you listen like the Dark Halo and stuff, you'll be like, okay, this dude is just trying to ask God. He's trying his best out here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think so. I'm more so concerned with giving people a real honest look and to show them how Christ can help them in everyday life, rather than making myself look like some spiritual avenger or something, Yeah. So what was the out? What was the wake up? What was the epiphany? What am I doing out here, dude? I mean, what was that moment? You know what it is? God started sending different people around to me.
Okay.
Like it was, and he was, at the same time he was working on my heart, because it was some people that they meant well, but like if you came to me at that time and you meant well, but you talking too far to the left, like I don't think people realize how much God was holding me before. So like when you caught precise, unhinged, you telling me something, it better be on point.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I had people that was coming in the power of the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
Even if I wanted to flip on them, I'm like, nah, you got it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
They on.
I'll just tell them, I'll be honest. I'm like, I'm not going to do what you're saying right now, but you right. Please pray for me. You know what I mean? And then, but if you was off, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, like, you know, cause like that's the time I was out. I was, you know, I'm living on my own. I mean, you know what I mean? I got my own crib. I'm out doing X, Y, Z. So I had chicks that you trying to fornicate with me, but you want to minister to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, man, what's up with you? You trying to save my soul and you trying to go to bed.
Right. Would you pick a side? You know what I'm saying?
Then I'm right up rebuking you. And kicking you out of here. So you know, but I think so. I would like so, but I think like over time there was just certain people that were coming around and really I could tell it was certain people that came around. I knew that this person is sent from God right here.
Gotcha.
God is using this person to shape, and because I couldn't say nothing to these certain people that God was using in my life. You know what I mean? And I'm so grateful to to those who you are. I'm so grateful to them.
Yeah.
Because and don't get me wrong, I was a much to swallow for those. Because Red is used to me. Red is raw anyway, so he can deal with it. But no other people, I'm like, oh, I know they must have been like, whoa, Lord, why did you send me to minister to this brother? But they were persistent. These are men and women of God that was persistent and really just showing love, man. Just really just like like not like really just showing what the type of love, not excusing nothing I was doing.
Yeah, of course.
Showing that type of love that I could say that you got like that. The love of God is something you got no defense for. They're gonna break you down.
It's gonna break you down. Absolutely.
So and it changed the way I kind of see certain people I'm trying to reach. So like like I was still trying to reach you, but it's sometimes we like I'm not gonna I'm gonna try to reach you, but I'm not gonna love you. Or I think I'm loving you by doing this to you, and but I'm not really. Like it's just undeniable when God is really reaching that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I try to like, even when I'm trying to reach someone now, like what if I'm just meant to just show them love, and whenever the time comes, speak the truth to them, whatever. I got family members like that. I got friends like that they not gonna get it right now. Like like one of my mans in the street. He caught Corona earlier this year, so we praying for him. My mom praying for him, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And God healed him. He accepted Christ and everything.
Bless God.
And at first he was trying to duck me because he kind of when he got better he started reneging a little bit.
Right.
He started looking for the same time. I'm just not ready to that. But I'm like, yo, man, you still my man though. That's what I'm saying. You going to shoot no matter what.
Yeah.
And that messed him up. Like, oh, this dude's still showing me love though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to give you the truth, but I'm still going to be a man at the same time too.
Exactly.
And I think we missed that part, and that's the part that really crack and break people. People are prepared for your religiosity. They're prepared for your judgment. They're prepared for all that. Well, hey, the Bible says, well, I don't care what the Bible says.
Right, exactly.
They're ready for that stuff. But the love of God is that breaker. That'll break you because you ain't ready for that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, bounce just back just a little bit, because when I know y'all toured with Cross Movement, but weren't y'all also kind of like in talks to sign with them at one point, or they wanted to sign you guys?
It seemed like that. Like I said, it seemed this is before they had actually signed Lecrae or whatever.
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is before they started signing other people, because like Flame and everybody. Yeah,
but they it was never really one of those things where no contract and nothing like that was put in front of us.
Gotcha.
But but it was you know, just it seemed like we would like there's certain talks that we had between us and certain members there that I guess they was trying to more so feel us out or whatever.
Gotcha.
But I just always felt like I could not no disrespect to them, and I just felt like I would not be able to really express myself the way God intended me to or read to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, like so you know, like, and I'm like I'm big when it comes to the music or whatever else I'm doing. Like I work a job just because I want to be able to say whatever. I don't want to be like one of these ministers or pastors that because they got to pay their mortgage this month, they ain't gonna preach that certain.
They ain't gonna say certain things, yeah.
But they're gonna say, I'm gonna save this one to later on when we're a few months ahead in the mortgage. No, I want to be able to say what God got me to say, when He got me to say it, how He got me to say it. And sometimes, like if we already have certain theological differences, you know what I mean, between us and them. So like, how's that gonna translate when I'm trying to make my music and that I'm trying to do, and that you know, when you sign to someone, they can release your stuff or when they want to or when they want to. So I you know, like, so I you know, I just, that was a concern for us.
Gotcha. Now you mentioned Lecrae. What do you think about his trajectory, his rise? Because after he, I guess
don't know, like, it's kind of hard to ask me that one because I'm like that friend you had that just came home from jail.
You like, bring me up to speed, fam. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm like that dude your man just came from jail. You walking me down the block like, oh, remember your man, Dave. That's Dave's brother right now. He run the block over here. And I remember Tasha, that's her little sister. They own the shop over there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I'm still kind of like fresh out, just kind of observing. You know what I mean?
Gotcha, right.
I didn't even really. I'm more like, for those who know, I'm more like on the executive side of stuff. So I didn't even really expect to be rhyming no more. I really kind of am behind certain groups that I'm trying to produce right now that we're doing some stuff for. So me just even doing music, you know, in a second we'll get into that. You want to know how that came about? You mean, it was just mind blowing.
Absolutely,
This is how this happened. Okay, it was undeniable. But as far as who's out there now, like I'm seeing certain people that I'm kind of digging. Certain people that knew me, they getting in contact with me like, oh, Precise, whatever. And you know, so like, and I'm seeing certain people that are like, oh, wow, okay, this is dope. You mean, but I don't know enough about them yet. 'Cause I remember Lecrae when he was first coming in, and then I was gone for a minute. Now here now, and you know, I've seen him on different stuff now. So you know, apparently he had great success in what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I don't know the whole long and short of everything to really say, hey, this is my perspective on what's happening.
Yeah. Well, I always came from the perspective of like, you know, I'm you know, I know anybody can kind of get caught up in the lights, you know what I mean, if you shine them bright enough. But I've always celebrated him simply because I'm like, he's taking Christian hip hop further. You know what I mean? I know the cross movement came and they did something almost like they passed a baton or something. You know what I mean? Or,
I'm you know me, I'm infiltration minded. So anyone who's infiltrating, who's permeating the darkness with some light. I mean, like maybe his music might not be a 5-point sermon in his music. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe he's meant to crack that. Maybe he's meant to crack the ice a little bit. So that maybe open their ear to some of these other brothers who are a little more hardline with everything.
True.
It goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It's a body in many parts, and when we say everyone has to be like this, or it's certain people that's Christian that might never make a gospel song per se. They just might make nice music, and if you analyze their music, there's nothing sinful in their music. It's just good music.
Just good music.
Can we really say that they not supposed to be doing that, or how they supposed to do? Like I'm like when we get into like, see, one thing, like if you coming at me when it comes to a lifestyle, okay, there's certain things in like the Bible has a clear line of sight for how my lifestyle is supposed to be. But then is when it comes to purpose, and that's I'm really a lot of y'all dudes too quick to just dish out how somebody
supposed to
go.
Yeah.
And that's a place of extreme arrogance to me, because I can't say what G-Wade is supposed to be doing,
right?
G-Wade purposes, or how God got G-Wade to move. You know what I'm saying? Now, if G-Wade bring me to the hotel and he's like, yo, we're gonna chill with all these strippers in here tonight. I say, well, hey, man, I know that ain't the purpose.
Right. that ain't it.
that's more like, we know the lifestyle that God give us to live, but when it comes to the intricacies of someone's purpose, I'm really not as quick anymore to say, hey, bro, that ain't how you supposed to be doing that, or you should be doing like that. Because now, like when the reason that you were born and the purpose for which you're born, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that, I know we're all supposed to live for Christ, yes.
Right.
We're all supposed to receive him, but as far as like what type of thing you supposed to do or how you supposed to do it, I'm really like touch and go with that type of stuff, because like I said, I believe it's supreme arrogance on my part to really sit in the guard seat and say, hey, the way I see it, you're supposed to be doing this. I'll tell you one thing, I have seen people come in at Lecrae for certain stuff though, but I said I'm still too new inside to say so. But the only thing I say to myself when I see that is like, well, y'all dudes must have some anointing I don't got, because I don't know what that man is supposed to be doing and how he's supposed to be doing it. But can you look? But ask yourself one question: Can you point at him and say, "Hey, that's sinful what he did"? And if you can't do that, then you just left at your own opinion. Yeah. You might have a very articulate opinion. But hey, you might sound pretty deep, but like, you just sitting in a seat of judgment that I'm not trying to. Like, my thing is like when I look at the signs of the times, and I see there's certain things happening now that me and Rich spoke about 25 years ago. You know what I mean?
Oh, I hear it on the mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Memory Lane.
And it's going down right now. And like it says, when it comes to just global, on a global spectrum,
right?
And politically, and the movements that are being made right now, like this, like while y'all dudes is going to get at each other over stuff like that, I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at this over here, like, hold up. I'm seeing foreign policy change, seeing national policy change. Right. I'm seeing the circumvention, the sneaky circumvention of civil liberties. I'm seeing everything made to make. I'm seeing, in the name of political correctness, I'm seeing the things that are evil being hailed as good, because if you love everything and you show love and understanding to everything, even the things that are contrary to what the Bible says, you post, in the name of political correctness, we supposed to show tolerance and acceptance to certain things. And of course, we have to love everyone. But if you look at it slowly, it's like what God says is considered hate talk. And what the world says is considered love. Right. And when you see that reversal of things, you know we're in a real precarious time. So a dude like me is always like, well, you keep watching how this man rap. If you want to. Yeah. You keep doing that. I'm more of the mindset like, yo, man, strap in, bro. Strap in. Everybody, whatever that thing is he call you to do. Right. Just be sure you doing it when exactly. He's coming, bro. Yeah. And I don't want when the sky splits. I don't want to be talking about what the next man doing. I want to be caught doing what I was meant to be doing. Exactly. Yeah. So dudes get caught up in that, man.
And that's always been y'all's angle, man. You know, even with the hardcore, excuse me, the hardcore street sound, the feel, everything was still not everything, but you still was able to merge in or or slide in your thoughts or your prophecies, so to speak, about political things, man, things that's happening over in the Middle East. You know what I mean? And we looking, like you said, we looking at how he rapping, but yo, they signing treaties over here. You know what I'm saying?
It's going down, bro.
Right.
Dudes is, like some dudes are just caught up on other things, like y'all worried about like one thing I will say is like, I mean, like me and Red always been more concerned with pushing the movement of God rather than a genre of music.
A genre of music, yeah. I agree. Yeah,
like
absolutely.
It's like a lot, and I, you know, and hey, maybe, but look at me now. Look, I got to eat my words, because maybe some people was meant to push the genre. I don't know, but I know what I was meant to
right.
do.
Yeah. True that. True that.
So like you know, but for me speaking personally, it's always the move of God, and just when He comes, is He gonna catch me doing? I'm just happy that, you know, when I was in my little darkness and everything, I was spared to be here right now talking with you.
Yes, sir.
You know, so I know certain people, you know, that hurts my heart, that was in the same position as me, that didn't make it out of that place.
Yeah.
And you know, like, and I don't know, you know, what's up with that. You know what I'm saying? But that could have very easily been me, especially the circles I was in and the stuff I was doing. You know what I mean? So so when you get a mercy check like that, and you back there, I'm like, listen, man, I pray for you, Lecrae. God bless you, brother. Do what you got to be doing in Jesus. All y'all brothers out there, whether you're this side to that side, you're theological, you're spiritual, you're prophetic, you're whatever you are, be who you're supposed to be. Let's go. Let's get them. Like, you mean, Jesus is Lord, and everybody strap up.
Yeah.
And let's do what we got to do. We could accomplish more if everybody's just doing what they're doing, instead of everybody just saying what they think the other person should be doing.
Well, you know, first, I definitely want to say this, you know, thank God, you know, that He has brought you through, you know, spared you through that time, and, you know, you and the family back together, thriving and everything, and moving forward. And for y'all who wonder, him and wifey back together and thriving, you know what I'm saying? And doing what they do, man. Because like you said, it could have easily gone another way, you know what I mean? Yeah, so,
man.
thank God for that.
I'm very thankful, and I'm very I'm appreciative for everybody, for the Lord, and everybody who was obedient to play their part, and to, you know, taking the time out to care and to pray and to see for me personally, you know.
Right. So during this you know, I'll often throw off the word pandemic, but the pandemic is virtually, I mean, for lack of a better, shut down the world, at least America. You know, how has that affected you? What, you know, when you see this time, and what comes to mind for you?
Like, I think when I see it all, like, it's just like the children of this world are right on schedule. I think.
Okay.
I think these dudes, like, I always knew stuff like this was coming. You know what I mean? Because like, for some, the best way to govern, like, there's some people that believe that, even right here in America, there's people in power that believe that democracy is not really a true political fact. A lot of people believe that democracy is just an idea. There's some people that believe that it's you can never have true democracy because there's too many voices, there's too many opinions. We can never agree on anything to really move forward. So there's people like that believe that it's better to have people think they have democracy. And while you use fear can be a great tool to govern people.
Absolutely.
In the name of fear, I could get you to do what I kind of wanted you to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, and so I see what's happening. It personally has been, like, as a business owner for me, you know, who I do events all over the city, and you know, I have different. So and now they shut down those events. So it's definitely been a struggle. So I thank God for even keeping us afloat in the middle of that. But I think the biggest thing that comes to mind when I say, I was like, wow, like, there's no slack in these dudes' plans. Like, they are right on schedule, and it just kind of it's motivational in a way. It's motivational, like, yo, man, like, these guys are gung-ho committed, man, to doing what they have to do to bring about what they're about to bring about out here. And so I have to it's a motivation to me, like, to really be just as gung-ho, if not more, for what I'm called to do, because man, it's just going down. It's really happening. Pretty soon, all those arguments you're having with each other are gonna be meaningless.
Yeah, true that.
And you're gonna wish while y'all was arguing about all this stuff, y'all said forget that and let us come together. That we like I said, there's I think it's in Daniel, the 11th chapter, when Daniel is speaking about this time, he's prophesying about this time. And he's talking about because a lot of Daniel and Revelation ain't parallel,
right? Yeah.
But it's when Daniel is speaking about this time specific in 11, and I forgot the exact verse, but it says, and he's speaking about this time, and he said, but the people who know their God will stand and do great exploits. You know what I mean? So I believe we those people that's meant to stand and do some great stuff out here before it's all said and done. Eventually, the Bible says that many of us are going to fall to the sword and to the pestilence and some of the stuff they doing out here. Yeah, it's going to happen. Yeah, and, but I believe we gotta, like, I just want to get my 1-2 in before it's my time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just want to get my pop.
Yeah.
But like I just want to get my 1-2 in for God before it's all said and done. You know what I'm
saying? I feel you. Sammy J. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Sammy J.
Sammy J. Before I even knew that was a group you were working with, I would see them pop up. I never saw them. I saw the name. I was Sammy J. I thought it was a person. You know what I'm saying? And then after you and I spoke, I was like, oh, I've been seeing that name. I never knew it was, a group. You know what I'm saying? What are they? Jazzy neo kind of?
Yeah, like jazzy alternative. Yeah. Like I said, like this, like I was speaking about earlier. One of the girls they both love God. One of the girls is really spirit-filled, been saved all, a majority of her life. Really, the type of person that's really, about the kingdom. But like I said, but Hunt and Sammy, they just make like cool love songs and songs about life and everything that people and when I say that they are meant to do something other than what they're doing, I'm off, but we're really proud of them. For those who don't know, me and my partner run an independent indie label called JR Entertainment. So it's www. Let me put it out there: www.jrentertainmentllc.net. You can look us up on Facebook too, facebook.com/JR Entertainment. And you can see, if you want to see what I'm up to, precise, Bob Young personally, you want to see what's going on with the label. We got jazz artists, gospel, hip hop, traditional gospel on there, alternative, music on there. You can see what we're about, what we're doing there. Sammy J is a female duo that comprises of Samantha and Julia. So we shorten the name to come together, Sammy J.
Yeah.
Very, very awesome.
Dope artist, man. Dope group. I sat in on the live that they did on YouTube.
Oh, you were there? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, man.
Dope. And that was more of the acoustic. We have like a whole band that's with us.
Well, they was just dope with the acoustic. I was like, okay.
Yeah, we want to be more laid back and everything, but we got the full band, Sammy J and the Classy Misfits. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So when we do an event, man, we like, if everything opened up, we gotta have you up. You gotta
absolutely
come out and one of the events.
Absolutely.
But we're really, really happy. They have an album. If you look into something to just chill and listen to, some easy, or you and your lady want to listen to something cool, check out Sammy J. The album Melodies in My Head is streaming everywhere right now.
Spell it for them so they'll know exactly how to look for it. Sammy J.
Sammy J. SAMIJAY. And then album is called Melodies in My Head. It's streaming everywhere. Everywhere you stream music is there. Spotify, Amazon, you name it, they on there.
Mm-hmm.
Check them out. They're working on the second album right now, but the first album streaming. Check them out. We're really happy for everything that's going on with them right now.
Absolutely.
Going into what I'm doing, or how that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man, definitely. Because I know you working on a project with super producer.
Yeah. So how that came about, like that's like Sammy J and JR. That's what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
As far as me personally doing music, I really wasn't really even thinking about that. Really, just the artist in me every now and then would go and lay something down.
Yeah.
As far as really officially releasing something, I wouldn't now.
Such as Modus Operandi.
Yeah, man. So,
OMG, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, man. Oh yeah. If for those of y'all looking for new music, let me get focused, man.
My bad, dog. I'm just throwing stuff in. You know what I mean?
Right. So for me personally, I was more like behind the scenes. Me and my partner Jamal with the label and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for those who don't know, there's a producer. He's kind of a legend in hip hop. His name is Domingo.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Domingo has produced from everyone from back in the days, from KRS-One to Madonna to Amy Winehouse. He's a personal friend of mine. Really, a really dope individual, man. And he's actually, big shout out to him because he actually helped my label secure our distribution deal that we have right now. So really big shout out to him. And he does this stuff he's one of those dudes that does this stuff without even looking for nothing in return. He just really generally wants to help people out. So while he's helping me out with the distribution, one day he talks to me and everything, and he's like, "Yo, man, besides, why are you not making music anymore?" Because actually, I don't know, for those who remember, I had the song I had called "What's That," and it was on the History of My Shoes album. But the What's That was actually, that's his production. Well, that's my brother Fifth Seal, but that was on Domingo's album. That was on. So he was over the type, even though he had all this other stuff, but he gonna take somebody gospel and he gonna throw it on his album.
That's what's up.
So he always try to give, like, if he felt you're dope, if he felt it's dope and it could stand. He want to put you on an album right there with Kane and Cool G and all of them, you know what I mean?
That's what's up, yeah.
So he told me, he was like, yo, Precise, man, like, why you ain't making music no more? So I'm like, I'm trying to get out of it, because this now, don't get me wrong, this is at the point where God is polishing my halo back up again and everything, but I'm still like
shining you back bright, you know what I mean? But I'm
still behind the scenes, so I know that he really is a busy dude. He has a company. And for all you, just a gem for all you guys and all you young guys and men and women and young fellas and females alike that who are doing music, and you're looking to distribute your music and everything. I've messed around with these other companies like TuneCore and them. Check out my man Domingo's company, MediaFamous.com. MediaFamous.com. Anywhere there's music, you're gonna be anywhere. Spotify, and they're gonna get your music anywhere. You're only gonna pay $10 for the year.
Wow.
They receive none. You receive all your royalties. They don't take one penny from you. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So they're blowing out all these other guys. They're giving a real. And now, don't get me wrong. Your promotion and your marketing is on yourself. You got to do it yourself. But it's really inexpensive. And anywhere music is streamed, you will be there. So remember, MediaFamous.com. That's my name. You really want to check them out. Like that's for all y'all who are just seeking help in that direction of getting your music out there or making it accessible. So when Domingo asked me this, and I know how busy he is, so I was trying to get out of it. I was like, you know what, and they come on, he ain't gonna say he's a big shot, but I'm gonna call him a big shot.
Yeah.
Like, well, you know what, Domingo, we're gonna get an album out of Precise when the legendary Domingo agrees to executive produce it from top to bottom. That was my way of him saying, I'm too busy to do that, Precise, whatever. And he got silent on the phone for a second, and and then I hear on the phone, he was like, "Okay, bet."
Wow.
I'm like, word. I'm like, I mean, every joint is you. Every joint,
yeah,
beats, bro. And he's like, nah, okay, we can do that. And
Wow.
he started making plans. So we'll make it a joint venture between Media Famous and JR Entertainment.
Yeah.
I was like, so okay, wait, you handle recording and stuff like that. I'll do mix and master, and then we split it. I'm like, is this really happening? And then I said, but now he started, and then he just started sending me tracks, some really explosive stuff. And
Wow.
God started hitting me in the head with where it was going, and I was like, so of course we got the usual suspects on there. We got Red on there,
of course.
We got Scotty Prisoners up on
Prisoner.
there.
I was gonna ask you about him, man. I ain't seen my man in years, bro.
Like it's so funny how things been coming all together because like once like I said, once those people started pouring into me, and God started bringing me back. I was driving on the highway in New York, and when I'm driving, I heard it's time. And when I heard it's time, I looked up, and it was at my grandmother exit on the highway. Now my uncle owned a restaurant in Brooklyn. Me and him had fallen out, so we ain't speaking years. And I heard it's time. I just pulled off the exit, walked into the restaurant. We ain't seen each other in like a decade.
Wow.
He looked at me. He didn't even know who I was when I first walked in the restaurant. Me and him, him and his wife hugged, shed tears and everything.
Yeah.
We start rocking again. Everything started clicking in.
That's what's up.
Everything Red, I'm like, Red, this is what I'm doing. Red was like, I bet. So then I'm like, then me and Red drive. We on the highway. I'm like, hold up, where's Scotty? He's like, Scotty. So I'm like, nah, call him up. We
call him up, right.
And it's like everything when it's like that when ever since I heard that word time, it's time. Everything been kind of clicking together like that. Right. So yeah, we got Scotty on the project with us. We got Red on there. I don't know if you remember my man Delani D. Anthem. He was younger than when he was running with us.
Okay.
We've always been in the cut. We got him on there. We got a singer from England. She's got a name for herself. Her name is Blue Eyes. She's actually in America now in New Orleans. But she through Domingo, he reached out to her. She loved the concept of this song. We have called "Stop, Look, and Listen." Okay. So she agreed to sing the hook on it. So it really came together so it's actually being finished right now. It's the name of it is the fourth quarter. Executive produced by Domingo for Media Famous. The artwork is being finished up by now by your man Spec. I don't know if you remember Spec.
Of course, yeah.
We got in contact
from down in Tampa.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Finishing up the artwork.
That's what's up.
Right now, so we really just planning to probably sometime early next year to release that. I don't know, somewhere maybe end of February or the beginning of March, somewhere around there.
Okay, gotcha.
So, we're about to start the promotional campaign this month, leading up into that. Just keep us in prayer because I don't know if I'm doing an online type of release situation, or I don't know if I want to do like a small intimate thing where we can do something special where we come together. New York is kind of hard because the restrictions are so hard up there.
So harder, yeah.
But even if I was toying with the fact of doing something in ATL, and just pushing it in a verse, we get a small intimate crowd, like more like a listening party, man. Maybe I could partner up with you or something like that.
Holla at your boy, let's do it, man. I'm all in. They ain't even. I say less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's do that. You know what I mean? And then to give people that time that want to be there, they can make their arrangements to be out there. Like I said, I want to stay within the regulatory.
All the limits and everything they got going on, CDC regulations.
We get a little spot and we're gonna get a DJ to come out there and just keep a small intimate crowd. So we could get a system. We do intimate. We could do it with an intimate crowd, and we could do some online release at the same time. But
absolutely.
But once we get off of this, I want to talk to you. We're gonna make this happen.
Dude, it's official, bruh.
We have to do this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We get down there, we get Scotty down there.
Absolutely. No, I'm loving it already, bruh.
You see what I'm saying? Look how that happened.
You know what I mean? That just happened.
And also, before I forget, if you want to stay updated, for anybody who want to stay updated, what's going on with me, or what's going on with Red, or what's going on with Corey Red Imprecise, check out Facebook, facebook.com/Corey Red Imprecise. There's new music on there. I give updates. Sometimes I go live just to talk while I'm watching TV. All that good stuff. Just remember, facebook.com / Corey Red and Precise. You'll never miss a beat or when a music is coming out. I got people on there like, we didn't know you had new music coming out. I'm like, yeah, it's right there. Go, all the updates is right there.
Right.
So but yeah, the fourth quarter that'll be coming out. After the fourth quarter, the Long Raider reunion album with me and Red will come out called The Prologue.
That's what I was going to ask you about. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so right now it's well, like let me throw the business hat on again. As far as JR Entertainment, Sammy J's album is in stores right now. Melodies in My Head. You can stream that everywhere. Check them out. Just if you want to check them out before you purchase or download anything, just go stream them. Look online. Melodies in My Head, Sammy J. Yeah, they're working on it, and they're working. They almost completed their second album right now.
Okay.
Now, and also Precise and the fourth quarter joint project with me and legendary producer Domingo. That's coming out around February, March.
All right.
After that will be the Prologue with Corey, the long-awaited reunion of Corey Red and Precise.
Long anticipated, bro.
And as y'all just heard just now, me and G come off this meeting, we're gonna start putting things together to get the release for the fourth quarter out there in ATL. For those who want to join with me, I think it'd be something nice to do a little intimate, a little small crowd.
Oh yeah, we can get it happening, man. We can make it pop.
We can break down each song and talk about what's going on and what that about. I think that'd be real nice.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think we covered all bases now with that, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. And now we get back to just talking.
No, yeah, right. Well, look, man. I know life happens, time moves on, but I often think about the times. I mean, I literally not long ago, maybe about a month ago, if not a little more recent, I flipped through the photo album. And I was looking at the Club for Jesus pics. I was like, "Yo, that's crazy!"
You gotta send me some of the. Oh man, hold up. Before I forget, man, I do have to give a big shout out to my man Troy from 3HP.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like that. JR Entertainment is down with 3HP.
Okay.
Under Troy, and Troy's been doing a great job of really, throwing the name back out there.
Okay.
Reminding people of what's coming and anything so a big part of the what y'all seeing is thanks to what this dude is doing too. So we JR Entertainment has partnered up with 3HP. And like I said, and we here with my man G Wade, so it's becoming more and more of a family affair, man. I'm excited to see where this is going.
I love the way God moves, man.
Yeah, for real, man. It'll mess your head up when you like if you. That's why I say you can't you want to hear a funny story right quick?
Yes, sir.
I got a stocking cap moment for you, a new one, right?
Okay.
I gotta start. I'm gonna say as quick as to make it bearable, make a long story bearable, like Red would say. But
I like that.
When it comes to how God do things, I remember I think this when it comes to me and label and artists and how this is going. Sometimes I just really feel like I'm just along for the ride and God is doing what He's doing. Because when my mind get too involved, like Lord, but how you gonna do this? And how's this gonna come about? How's this gonna come about? I remember I was sleeping. I had the craziest dream, bro. I had a dream that in the middle of the air, all of a sudden one dot disappeared, right?
Okay.
And then next to that dot, another dot, another one, another one, another one, another one. Then underneath those, more dots, right underneath the ones on top were appearing. Yeah. And behind those dots, more layers, and it's like all until it's like a whole. This way, that way,
right.
And then you see a line. Now you see a line going from the first dot to the second dot. I was like, okay, I can follow this. I don't know where we're going with it.
Right.
They're connecting. It goes this way down. They're connecting dot to dot. Like that game used to play.
Yeah.
Dots in the middle. But then all of a sudden it started getting more intricate. Like when this dot went to this dot, then two lines went to the dot in front of it, and then a line to the dot behind it, and then a line under it, and then the ones over here was springing off in directions. Now I'm having a hard time following this. Then this dot go all the way down to meet this dot. Trust me, the Rubik's Cube seemed like a game of tic-tac-toe compared to what I was thinking. Right?
Yeah.
So now it's getting overwhelming, and I'm not even liking this dream anymore. I'm just getting over. I'm like, yo, this is too much. I want to wake up. This is all these dots connecting everywhere. What's going on? I want to wake up. And then it got so overwhelming. I felt like even on Zoom, I felt like I'm losing my breath. Like, yo, this is crazy. This is bananas, man. And then just when it became too overwhelming, I kid you not, G, I can't make this stuff up. And you're gonna remember this. Watch.
Yes, sir.
All the dots disappeared, and then there was a package of Kool-Aid just floating in the air in my dream. Look at your face, because that's how I felt.
Wait.
And I heard a voice tell me, do you know what that is? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay, it's a package of Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
And then I heard in the dream, well, it's not actually Kool-Aid yet, is it? I'm like, no. Okay. And I heard, why is it not Kool-Aid yet? I said, because I don't know. What is it? Because the water still has to be added to it. A gallon of water has to be added to it. And then again, but can you add a gallon of water to this package? I'm like, no. He's because you can't. And then again, because if you add a gallon of water to this package, the package can't hold it.
Can't contain it, right?
That package can't contain it. So in order for this Kool-Aid, this package to become Kool-Aid, that package has to be shed. And then a gallon of water added to that. He said, so another one that came to break it down, like God showed me there's certain things I'm doing that your mind is not able to catch.
Wow.
When it comes to how I move, because it'll blow your mind like that package of Kool-Aid if you try to put it all in there. So that's what for everyone who you need to know it, or sometimes the way God moves, you're not gonna know everything.
Absolutely.
His way of doing things is so far beyond ours, man. Your Kool-Aid package, your bus.
Let me just squeeze it or throw this in real quick. You don't even know this right now, but you just said something to me, bro. You just spoke to my situation. You know what I mean? The thing that just bouncing around in here right now, bro.
Wow.
You know what I mean? You just see that, just helped me set something straight up here.
Sometimes we just gotta let them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the old Precise had to have more of the answers. I said the young Precise.
Yeah, the young, yeah.
The older Precise, I just want to be obedient, man. Sometimes I don't know how he gonna do it, how it's all gonna come together. Yeah. But I don't even know why he got me making this album.
Yeah.
Why are you making this album? I don't know, bro. I think it sounds good.
It sounds good, yeah.
But, apparently there must be someone who's gonna enjoy it for some reason. That's gonna do something. But I'm more concerned of, rather than understanding everything, just being obedient, and then let them blow my mind in retrospect. Because now I get it. That Kool-Aid dream showed me a lot. Like I just ain't gonna understand if I try to understand every intricate move of God. It gonna mess me up. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's like that's why I just gotta trust them. And let them fill in the blanks for me in retrospect. You know, like, oh, now I see how this happened like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. I think that's the high note, bro. I think ending it on that high note right there, bro. Man. You know what I'm saying? It's my mind blown right now. You know what I mean? Because again, you just said something to me that just has been toiling around in my brain for a minute, man. And
well, amen to that, brother.
You just help set some peace in place right now. So I bless God for you. But as always, brother, it's always been a pleasure. Like I said, it was love at first sight, man. When I met you guys.
Yeah, man. You already know it's bigger than rap with us.
It's bigger than rap, man. You know what I'm saying? We already know. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, when we get off of this, man, I just really want to like I said, you probably busy as soon as we can, but just call me back when you get the chance, because I really want to set this thing up. I kind of felt something jump when we was talking about that. I think
we're gonna do it, bro.
That way.
We're gonna do it. That's official. But yeah, I'll definitely hit you up after this, after I settle some things.
Yeah.
And give you a call, man, and let's really chop it up about it, man. But it's certainly a pleasure, man. Like I said, we reconnected probably about 2-3 weeks ago now at this point.
Yep.
After so many years, man, it's like,
that's how you know when a friendship is authentic, because even if you don't see somebody, man,
you just pick right back up.
Clicking like it ain't nothing.
Like it ain't nothing, man. But continue to do your thing out there. You know, like I said, that line that I text you, God got a prophet out in Staten Island rapping, bro.
Hey, man, get me out of here.
I think you might need to get that T-shirt made, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just might have to. I might get that to the release.
Yeah, there you go. That's hot. But always, man, it's a pleasure, bro, man. We'll chop it up after this. And, man, thank you for taking the time, man, and just sharing your story and giving the world precise, man, a.k.a. Bob Young, man.
Amen. Thank everybody for tuning in, man. Like I said, keep us in your prayers. Keep me in your prayers, man. And I gave you the information on how to get at us, all right?
Yes, sir.
The G-Wade Podcast. Bringing you the cool interviews, the hot topics, and all that other crap. The G-Wade Podcast with Deacon Dirty.